So just, hi, my name is Fernando Vasconez. I've been working on Samsung for a year. And prior to that, I used to work at Rovio, and prior to that, I used to be an investor in indie games and different startups in Singapore and also in Latin America. And I'm going to talk about actually the other way around. Like for us, HQ actually is pretty much dictates everything, and I'm the local market, which is based in the US. So I'm between, United States and then Korea all the time. So just to set up actually something that, I'm not going to talk about the Galaxy App Store, I'm going to talk more about the Samsung phones. No, it's not working, the clicker.
I think it's the button, the one big one at the top that says this one here.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's jump this one. Let's talk about this. There is 700 million actually Galaxy devices around the globe, and us as Samsung, we have access to all the data and everything that happened on the devices, right? And because of things actually that we've been doing recently, we're able actually to target, understand what everything is happening on that device. Same thing to your fridge, your TV, your washing machine, and very soon your speaker. But let's talk a little bit about more. What are we doing actually with devices? When we start looking at devices right now is that we can activate actually from different countries, right, and also target to the different pattern behaviors and provide actually the best services to different mobile gaming companies. So when we identified actually a game, right, or a mobile game or a publisher, even if it's small or big, we have key events. One of them is the launch actually of our S devices, right, S series and N series that happen usually in the Mobile World Congress, and the other one happens in New York or Unpack event. That's a clear example actually where we got a game that was located in Korea, right, Black Desert, and we announced it actually on a global stage in Mobile World Congress. So this is one of the first examples of how we take something actually that is from Korean market, Korean game, and we brought it over actually to be distributed and market. Having a lot of uplift actually on Google Play and also on the Apple Store. So when you look at over our devices, we're not looking activating only on our Galaxy App Store, right? We're activating everything across, from our browser, from push notifications, from Samsung Pay, like basically same thing as Apple Pay, but Samsung devices, and also to Bixby Home, which is your -1 screen. This is an example actually how we can push actually, do push notifications actually straight download without having to go to the friction from one location to the Google Play Store and to download. But this is another important thing actually when you think about it. We have 20,000 stores where we do POS activations, right? 4,000 of those stores are ours, and we have 16,000 which are shopping shops. So if you're in the US and you go to a Best Buy, or you go actually, for example, to your mobile operator, you have that section over there where they have the Samsung phones. That's something that we control, right? That's our shopping shop. And with enough time, we can activate on that. And we have our 4,000 stores, and 2,000 of those located in Korea, where we can make major activations. That, in the sense actually, it adapts from market to market. The execution of that takes between 8 to 12 months actually. This is a few examples that started in the past and were not really properly coordinated, right? Between device marketing, in-store event marketing, and strategic game partnerships. This is an example actually that mobile operators in Myanmar, right, found out actually a game, did the activation and executed. The same thing actually with our game in Hong Kong, and then I think we came inside actually with the DeX platform. Having a reach actually when we are announcing a product, having a reach from a global scale. But in this case is actually there are things and ideas that started from a regional and local level. What we figured it out in Samsung is to have those best practice, right? Package, and these days making sure that they get executed on a global level with enough time. We cannot do this to everything, to all the games, but we can do this depending on the size of your game. We can do some things on the local and also from a global scale. Investing actually what we call a CDM, consumer device marketing, and a clear example is what we've recently done with Fortnite. You can just Google Fortnite, Samsung, and you're going to see all the examples. This is an example actually of game launcher. So this actually we target depending on the country actually. He will look it over the data, what are you playing, what are you engaging, and then he's going to give you suggestions on different games, giving an extremely high uplift even to Google Play. Another thing is interesting, everybody when meets me, hey, I mean, let's do preloads and all that stuff. That's not going to happen. Preloads take between 1 to a year and a half. It's a long cycle, actually, and each mobile operator buys in, even from a regional level or local level. Vodafone and AT&T and all the, Vivo, they all have a saying because they're the ones actually they're buying actually and subsidizing the device. So it's very difficult for you to do that unless there is enough time, enough effort, right, enough patience from all sides to make sure actually that this get executed. But one of the things that we could do in the US, for example, that we start doing at a local level, is virtual preloads on tablets, right? Because those are not subsidized on a mobile operator. We're doing our shopping shops. You can buy your tablet, and we can actually do virtual preloads with stubs, and then we can target and do all interesting stuff right now. But that's not the best thing that we can provide. We can provide dedicated tech support. You have a good game, you have something, doesn't matter what you are, we'll send it over engineers, we'll make sure actually that you're going to have the right support, and we actually will invest to make sure, not necessarily on your game, but make sure that your game is going to be best supported for our devices. It doesn't matter if it's going to be on Google Play or if it's going to be on us, but we prefer to be on us because we want to make money actually in content services. So everybody asks me, like, what is the biggest difference, right? I mean, you guys want to make money on content service. That is Google. What is your truly competitive advantage, right? Especially in the US. This. We got 28 million TVs, actually. And if you have a Samsung TV in the US, you know what you're watching. You know how many people you're watching. You know what movies did you watch. What games did you play on your Xbox? What games did you play on your Switch? What games did you play in your PlayStation? And if you're obsessed actually with Walking Dead or Game of Thrones or whatever your streaming desire is. And how those numbers look like right now? They look like this. So what is going to happen more and more actually at Samsung is that everything is going to get more and more interconnected, right? And we're going to be able to truly target and to truly understand from a local level how properly activate your user, your behavior, and eventually how much money you're going to spend. And watch out, this December we're going to have something that is called Bixby Voice. It's our copycat of Alexa. But the difference is that Alexa, you need to sell, and we already have 34 million TVs available in the US. So that's about it, guys. Short and sweet.
Wow. Well, thank you very much, Fernando.
There you go. Any questions?
Any questions for Fernando? Apologies for introducing you wrongly there, but that was very interesting. So I have a question. You spoke a lot about TVs there, and we started by talking about Galaxy phones, but TVs as well, are they also a platform for, as well as obviously you have the data which can have advertisers, are smart TVs also a platform for games that can be available on Android?
Yes, but they don't make money right now. Right, so, and they're not going to make money anytime soon, right? I mean, I think so the TVs, they make money if you play video games. If you play mobile games, I mean, will that increase actually my LTV? On the short term, no. Will that increase actually the experience that I'm going to have? Yes. But then you need to think about it in your game is how much money you're going to allocate on your live ops, on your development, actually. And so like I'm playing whatever game, Fortnite, and then I arrive at home and automatically will detect on the TV and I can start playing the TV. That's a lot of support, right? And will the true user actually, would he like to continue playing on his device and then watching on TV? Maybe somebody's visiting, but what happens if you have your video game over there, right? Most likely you're gonna put your cell phone down and they're gonna play on your video game. So, but then the interesting thing is that this business is actually on TVs in the US and also is going to scale globally. We make massive amount of money on advertising, right? Because we know exactly what you watch, and we make most of our money with brands and movie theaters and with video games actually. Basically, you see like the next Assassin's Creed, the next that, because you know exactly what you're watching and how to target. And that's one of the beauties on the TV. What we're working actually is that once you watch the advertising, you pick it up your phone, and then if you already opt in, suddenly you can receive a push notification or something to your suggestions to download a particular game. Being seamless without having to move you actually to the Google Play, are able to download that game right away. Will games make money on TV? Yes, they will. Will they make money right now? No. Is that the future? Yes. It's the same thing on the voice platform. Will voice games make money? I truly believe they'll make lots of money, actually. Would they make money on the next quarter, on the next year? No. Not on the amount, like, for example, that the way that you need to spend on marketing, user acquisition, the ROI necessarily is not going to be over there on the short term. But if you want to bet actually in a year and a half from now, yes. My suggestions of everybody actually that is looking into multi-connectivity between TV and mobile is to look at in progressive web apps, PWA. I think so that is definitely going to be the future, especially for casual games and even for a little bit more developed games. I think so that's going to be quite massive actually for an ecosystem and development point of view.